Good morning, everyone. Peace upon you all by the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Today is Thursday, 12th of November 2020. Today, inshallah, we are going to start our new unit on the book. I want to please bring your books. Open them on page 32, sorry. We are going to deal with this page, inshallah. First of all, we are going to accomplish these important outcomes. Complete the given table with the countries, nationalities, and languages. Then we are going to choose the correct alternative, okay? Now, let's look here. What are we going to take on in this unit? Look here, we have grammar, countable and uncountable nouns, relative pronouns, some, any, much, many, a lot of, a few, a little, vocabulary, countries, nationalities, and languages. Learning a language, negative prefixes on, in, m, l, etc. Then we have speaking, asking for information. I'm reading here, by the way. Then the last one, writing a language biography. Okay? Now we are going to start from here. We have vocabulary, countries and nationalities, and languages. What do you mean by countries? You know what do you mean by countries? It's a country where people live in. They have almost one language. They have one flag. They have the same nationality. Okay. For example, Jordan. Our nationality, we are Jordanians. Okay. And our language is Arabic. The same way we are going to work here. We have this table. Look at this one. Work with a partner and complete the table. We have country, nationality, okay, where do you belong to, or where do you come from, and your language. Deal? Now we're going to read number 1. Brazil, Brazilian, Portuguese, the language of Brazil, okay. Number 2, Austria, Austrian. What is the language of Austria? Do you know? I will help you in this. It is what? It is German. It is German. You are going to fill this with me. It is German. Number 3, we have here Welsh. Do you remember the name of the country? Yes, it is Wales. Yes, it is Wales. Okay. The language of this country is what? It is English. It is English. Number 4, we have Japan. If you remember yesterday, Japan, the nationality is Japanese, okay, and the language also Japanese, okay. Now, number 4, we said Japan, Japanese also, the language. Now, number 5, it's what? Dutch, if you remember the language. It is the, do you know, Netherlands, okay. The nationality also Dutch, and the language Dutch. Number 6, who can help me? This is very easy one. Egypt. It's what? Yes, good job. Egypt is the country, okay. No, sorry, Egypt, like this. Okay, the nationality is Egyptian, and the language is Arabic. The language is Arabic. Okay, now, number 7, we have Argentinian, the nationality. The country will be Argentina. Okay, Argentina. What is the language? It is, if you remember, Spanish. What is it? Spanish. It is Spanish. Okay, number 8, we have the language is Polish. What is it? It is, yes, excellent. It's Poland. Yeah, it's Poland. And the nationality also, what? It's also Polish, okay? Number 9, we have Swiss and Romansh. The country is what? Yes, excellent. It's Switzerland. It is Switzerland. It is Switzerland. Okay? Switzerland, the nationality Swiss, and the language Romansh. The last one we have Russia. The nationality is Russian, okay, and the language also expression. Okay? This is a very nice one about, new information about these countries, their nationality, their language. Okay? Now we are going to move to question number. Now let's move to question number 4B. I'm going to do it already. Here, look, as you can see, we have this picture of, look at this one, of box. Many box, they have, names, maybe in Japanese, in Chinese, in English, we don't know, okay? Now, look at this sentence. They are asking you to do the same or to write the same way. I'd like to visit Wales, for example, because I enjoy watching rugby. It's a kind of sport. I want to visit Cardiff and go camping, okay? Now, we are going to move to this question. Look at these words. They are all verbs. What nouns can you make from them? For example, we have the word memorize. It is memorization. I'm going to write them on the board. After, give me 1 minute until I clean the board. We have practice with S. It will be practice with C, the noun. Revise, revision. Study, student, as it's written on the book here. And the last one, we have the word translate. Stay with me for a while, okay? Now, let's look at the board here. We have question number 5, the nouns. We said memorize, memorization. Practice with S will be practice with C. Revise will be revision. Study, student. And the last one, translate, will be translation, okay? Now, we're going to move to question number 6. Look at this one. Look at these words. Decide if we use do or make with each word. Can you think of other verbs we can use them with these words? Look at me. We have the word English, an essay, an exam, an exercise, homework, a mistake. Look at me. Now I'm going to show you the difference between make and do, and we are going to discuss it together, okay? Now look here. Bismillah. 1 minute. Look here, we have make and do. Make and do are two of the most common verbs in the English language. We often use them with lots of different situations. It is difficult to remember in which situation we use each of them. A good way to remember is this what? Number 1, we use make in a situation where we are creating something, okay? Creating, okay? Now, number 2, we use do in a situation where we are executing something that is planned or has already been created, okay? Has been already created. Look at this one. We can say make coffee, make an appointment, make dinner, make a mistake, make a suggestion, make a phone call, make a booking, make a proposal, while we say do your homework, do the dishes, do a dance, do your job, do a task, do exercise, do your hair, and do an exam, okay? Let's look to the next one. This is also about do versus make. The difference between do and make. We have work, jobs, and tasks with do. Non-specific activities like do something, do anything, do nothing, do everything. This one is very nice for you. You can read it at home and know which one goes with do and what are the things that goes with make, okay? Now, I will tell you something about make. One of these, for example, make product material or origin, made of gold, made from grapes, made in China, made by me, produce reaction, make your eyes water, make you happy, make you sleepy, and make you smile. You can please read them at home. Continue, okay? Because I want to show you another thing. We can say do homework, do an exercise, do or write an essay, do or take an exam, make a... Now girls, I want you to move to study skills. I'm going to read this with you, okay? We're going to read it. What is it? Why it is useful to reflect on how you learn English. Please open your books on page 146. I'm going to read this for you and explain it, okay? It is useful to know what type of learner you are because it can help you to improve. Yes, this is very important. Here are some things to think about. First, some people like working alone, but remember that language is usually a question of communication. Communication, and working with a partner can be a great way to start communicating in English. Of course, you have to learn, for example, the English language so you can, when you travel outside, you can communicate in English because it's a global language, it's universal, okay? Now, number 2, writing usually gives you time to think and prepare your message, okay? But writing also needs to be very precise and correct. Yes, if you write the spelling in and write many mistakes, or you write it in the wrong way, this is not good for you, because writing needs to be precise and correct. You have to write the word correctly, okay, and specific. 3, speaking is quick and spontaneous. You know spontaneous, what does it mean? عفوي يعني. So when you speak, mistakes are normal. Yes, you can see this with me. Sometimes I make mistakes when I want to explain something for you. So the important thing is that other people understand you, okay? You can, if you want to express something and you cannot find the suitable words, you can, for example, you make mistakes, but I think that in the end they understand what you want, okay? That's why I tell you, you have to, that's why it's very important to learn the English language. You have to memorize and study the grammar. You have to study the spelling, how to dictate the word, how to write it correctly. Because when I tell you or ask you to memorize the new words or the vocabs, or I give you some, some rules to study, these are very important to you. Why? You can, you can use the words you need. For example, I want to say the word memorize. I don't know how to say it. If I don't have the suitable words to say it, maybe I will have difficulty in expressing my feelings. Maybe I will say it in Arabic, like I said, spontaneous. Okay, this is a way to let the listener to know what I want easily. But you have to study well, you have to memorize the words, the vocabs. They will help you to make a nice conversation, okay? Now look at number 4. Mistakes are an essential part of learning a language. If you don't make mistakes, you won't learn. This is correctly true. If you don't make mistakes, for me, look at me, when I want to make or to record a video, sometimes I repeat it 3 or 4 times because I make mistakes. When I make these mistakes, I find that I did this mistake, I have to avoid it. I should be careful next time, okay? Now, we can learn a lot from our mistakes. Number 5. Some people don't like learning grammar. They don't like grammar, okay? But grammar and vocabulary are the basic ingredients. Do you know ingredients of any language? The basics of any language. The grammar and the what? And the vocabs. If you don't have, or if you don't, as I said, memorize the vocabs, you won't be able to make conversation, okay? Maybe you will use your hands or your facial expressions more than talking, okay? Some people like studying with a dictionary, others with a grammar book or a computer. They can all help you to learn more outside the classroom. Find out what is good for you. When you spend a lot of time doing English, you are always improving. This is a rule. When you work on yourself, you improve yourself. Okay? You are going to get out from the darkness to the lightness. Yes. You are going to be enlightened. Okay? Now, you can improve your memory. In general, we learn more with short, frequent revision. Of course, when you keep revising the vocabs, the words, when you keep revising for example, your exam, I think you will memorize it very well, and you'll. I hope that you will take full mark in your exam because you kept memorizing these, for example, the words or the exam itself. So this is very important. If you want to improve your memory, you have to revise what you have taken. You have to repeat what you have taken. You have to work on yourself. Okay, you have to study hard. Okay. When you improve your memory, you improve yourself, you improve your language, your accent, even your self-confidence will be, you'll be self-trusted more, okay? you will have the ability to face anyone and speak with him in a good way, or your accent will be excellent, for example. Okay, this is all for today. Thank you very much for being with me. We have taken and accomplished the important outcomes. We have completed the table with countries, nationalities, and language. We have chosen the correct alternative, and we have finished the page 32, and we read the study skills. Thank you very much for being with me. See you inshallah next week. Goodbye.